of fine campaigns work, and they get the job done with a gritty victory on their travels, showing their ability to win with
Go on, the lads. Manchester United's under-18s have been crowned Premier League North champions for the first time since 2018. After a pretty tough game against Wolves there to close out the league, but they deserve it. It has been a fantastic season from the under-18s, not just from an individual, not just from a coach, but from a complete team perspective. Look at the record that they have got. 23 matches played, 76 goals scored, 25 conceded, 19 wins, only one loss against City. United, absolutely, undoubtedly deserved winners of the under-18s Premier League North. Now, there's 2 games left this season. Well, there's actually a couple more. But we play probably Chelsea in the national final. And last time we got to the final there, under Kieran McKenna, we lost to Chelsea in that game. But also we're playing Man City in the Premier League Cup as well. But in a season where there's really not been too much positive aspects, news, angles you can possibly take from the first team, which has massively regressed this season under Erik ten Hag, to see what's been happening to our under-18s and the academy system over the last few years. I've covered it in depth on this channel, and this is just reward for the hard work. Against Wolves, it was Gabriel Biancelli who got both goals. The second one in particular I really liked. It was like down the right-hand side, Scanlon with a lovely pass through to Baumann. Actually, that was the first one, I think. Baumann across to, I thought it was the second one. I can't remember. Both goals scored by Biancelli. I think that means he's scored as many goals this season as Ethan Wheatley. But that leaves this as the table. United not just winning the league. Of course, City have got 3 games in hand, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter at all. They can't catch us. The under-18s have been indomitable this season. And it puts an end to a tight grip that City have had on this Premier League North. 4 years in a row they've won it. Going for their 5th this year. Slap time up. And this here, look at this run that Man United went on from the start of the season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was in the cup. That doesn't count. 12, 13, 14 game winning streak. And they only lost 1 game all season, and that was to Man City. But it matters not, because United comfortably have won the league. And it's you're looking at the future here of our football club. Whether it's Shea Lacey who came on towards the end, whether it's Zach Baumann in midfield, whether it's Finlay McAllister, whether it's James Scanlon is someone I don't really think too many people have been speaking about. He was very impressive today. Gabriel Biancelli. It might be Ethan Wheatley who's got the opportunity to come on the bench at the weekend against Bournemouth, but he's one to watch as well. And it's just for United, look, the other week we spanked Liverpool 9-1. So it's such a shame you don't get to double figures. It must be really annoying if you ever get to 9 and you don't get to double figures. Anyway, the under-18s, as I said, haven't won this particular competition, the Premier League North, since 2018. And I already said it earlier, but that was under a certain Kieran McKenna. It's been a while. Man City have absolutely dominated this league. Whereas the under-18s now have breezed past them. And it's not like, look at the 76 goals in 23 games. I believe the goal difference, if we were to go over here, I think it's around about 38, something like that. No, my bad. 50. The goal difference is 50. Man United's goal difference in the Premier League, I think, is in minus. But anyway, let's not speak about that. We're trying to enjoy ourselves here. We are trying to enjoy ourselves. But all credit to these lads who have won the FA Youth Cup last season for the first time in a decade. And now, for the first time in 5 years, we've won, for the first time in 6 years, we've won the under-18s Premier League North. I'm not actually sure that we've won the Premier League National. Not since they sort of rejigged it all. So that will be a big game. But all credit to Adam Lawrence, who he came, I believe he was, what was his job title before? He'd been league coach for the under-16s for 2 years. And he's come through and he's coached the under-18s this season, in a season where they've scored 76 goals in 23 games. And you watch that team play, and I've watched them quite a few times this season now, because it's been really enjoyable to watch them. I'll be completely honest. It's been fantastic. And you watch how they play. They've got the high press. They press as a unit. The defence has the high line. It's kind of a lot of characteristics you think that we should and could be seeing in the first team of Manchester United. That's kind of how the under-18s have been playing this season. And it's been a really enjoyable watch. But there have been quite a few players who, over the course of the last 6 months, have put pen to paper on professional contracts at Manchester United. Bianchetti, who got 2 goals there today. Camerson, who I think was on at right back. Wheatley, who has come through and was on the bench against Bournemouth. Harry Amass, who's already been on the bench against Liverpool. Jack and Tyler Fletcher. You watch Jack Fletcher play again there for the under-18s today. He's just an enjoyable player to watch when he's got the ball at his feet. Just one of those players. A bit like Shea Lacey, who also signed a professional contract. And there's others as well. Bendito Mantato, people are going to be hoping he signs a contract. Amir Ibrahimov in a year's time when he's 17. Hopefully he signs a contract. But this crop that we've got here, you could look at Kingdon as a centre-back. You could at Harrison. Hope he's all right. The goalkeeper went off with a quite nasty-looking injury. There's just a lot of talent in this team. And it's the consequence of Manchester United genuinely restructuring our academy. City were absolutely dominant 4 years in a row. And now we've won the league with, 1 or 2 games to spare, 76 goals in 23 games and a goal difference of plus 50. That there deserves celebrating. That there deserves real praise. And I'd be very surprised if there wasn't quite a big presence, actually, in the pre-season tour of some of these players. I think Scanlon, he's definitely one to watch. I'm not sure too many people are speaking about. And, of course, Wheatley, who's broken through into the first team environment and trained with the first team. But there's been a ton of players who have trained with the first team. Harry Amass is somebody I would expect to see on the pre-season as well. And there's others too. Zach Bauman's trained a few times. And no doubt there'll be more. But after we've just had to sit there for years and watch City dominate, Adam Lawrence has steered these players to a completely dominant victory. I think it was Travis Binion who won the FA Youth Cup. He is now our under-21s coach. But congratulations to all of them. They deserve all the praise they get. And in a season where there's not much to celebrate about where Manchester United's first team is right now, there is a lot to celebrate and a lot to be excited about the concept of in a year's time. Look, last year was all about Garnacho. This year's all about Mainu. And Cambuala hopefully can recover from that slip against Bournemouth and enjoy the end of the season. And this season maybe is Mainu and Cambuala coming through. Who could be next season? Could it be Harry Amass? Could it be Ethan Wheatley? Could it be James Scanlon? Could it be somebody else completely? The next few years are going to continue to see some of these under-18s players brought through into the first team environment, because the crop that we've got right now, it's not like when we had Donald Love and Tyler Blackett and Cameron Borthwick Jackson, no offense to them, or Paddy McNair. This crop, technically, far better footballers. And they're champions. Congratulations to every single one of them. And it's exciting to watch them.